Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's hear from our race winner. By the way, Darrell Wallace Jr. won tonight's race, in case anybody didn't know. But congratulations, Darrell, tonight, the number 54 Toyota Toyota for Kyle Busch Motorsports, his 5th win in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, his 4th win in 2014. And he's joined by crew chief Jerry Baxter. Darrell, I've seen you after about all of these wins, and I believe this one might have been the sweetest. But just talk about your grit, your determination, your will to win, and the victory here tonight and what it means to you.
Yeah, banking off last year, didn't really remember much. Watched some film a couple days prior of leaving for Miami, and came up with a little game plan for myself. And we come down here and tested. I got about 2 hours before Florida weather came in and kind of canceled everything, but I felt pretty happy with what we found out. We were still missing a little bit. Practice wasn't too great, but I told my guys, we needed a big change here. Next thing you know, we're running up there, fast times and everything, so they never give up on me. I might get a little bratty and become a little 13-year-old, whatever Jerry likes to call me behind my back, but we always come together. And we've strung together 4 wins this year, and it's been a lot of fun. So I can't thank my guys enough for continuing to come up each and every race and never give up and have that desire to win. I told them, before the race started, we want it more than anybody else. We don't have a shot at the title, but we want this race more than anybody else. So let's show that. And had to work for it there. Had to battle off Kyle. So a lot of things knocked off tonight, a 1.5 mile win. We beat the boss finally. It was another battle with Larson like Eldora, running up against the fence like Eldora. Just had to be smart about it and just had a lot of fun. That's what we strived on all year long. And I can't thank my guys enough. And it was a special, like you said, this is probably the sweetest one. Eddie, our engineer, lost his mother earlier, and I wanted to put her name, Alejandra, on top of the door, and she was our guardian angel, so that's what got us to victory lane, and emotional victory for sure.
Thank you, Darrell. And Jerry Baxter, just talk about this win here tonight. Certainly it was hard fought, a lot of preparation went into it, and it certainly paid off.
Yeah, it sure was. Just every race matures more and more. I think it was about lap 105, started battling with the Kyles. And he got by him. I was ready to send him a text message. I knew he wouldn't get it, but he's just got so much better. I really wish he would have been this good last year, because then I'd have 3 in a row here at Homestead.
I say the same thing about him, but it's all right.
Anyhow, no, it was really good. We wanted to beat the boss so bad. We wanted to win it for Toyota, and we wanted to win it for Eddie's mom. So good race. Proud of everybody.
Questions now for Darrell or Jerry. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll start right here with Reed. And please make sure you're speaking into the microphone. That'd be great. Thank you.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Bubba, first of all, could you reflect a little bit on your last ride in the 54? And Kyle indicated that you were probably going to do some nationwide for JGR next year. Or is that still in the works, or have you got things set already?
I wish things were finalized. We're continuing to work hard to find out future plans. For me, it's going to go play some golf while I'm down here in Miami, enjoy this win, enjoy the off season. But as far as plans, we're continuing to work hard. You never know. We could be in the Nationwide Series, Xfinity Series, get some truck races. We never know. We're working hard with Coach, everybody at JGR. They've been giving me great opportunity ever since '09. So we'll continue to. Hopefully this helps some way, but we'll stay on it and come up with something soon, I hope.
Who has the next question? Right here, Chris, and then Bob.
Chris Green, South Dade News Leader. That was a frantic finish at the end with the top 5 all going for the same positions all at once. What was it like from your perspective in the truck?
It was wild. Racing this place last year, I knew it was the most fun I ever had. Running up against the fence, going to the bottom, pulling off slide jobs. We weren't great, but we came back this year and we learned. We come up with a game plan, and we're up there running top 5 all night long. Had to really work for it. It was back and forth, loose and tight, fighting arrow tight, arrow loose, up there against the fence, got into it once, and learned from that. And then towards the end, battling 2 Kyles, the Cup stars, it was tough, but didn't get too excited, didn't get too down, kept a cool head, stayed patient, and was able to come out on top.
Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Parker, Sporting News. Knowing you don't have anything solid for next year, does that motivate you at all when you're in the truck racing? I mean, does that even ever run in through your mind at all during like a day like today?
Yeah, it does. There's been plenty of times, you've been thinking about it, and you want to go out there and say, hey, we just won this one, so let's go out here and win this one again, and hopefully something comes out of it. And it's getting people looking, and that's what we have to do. We have to get people knowing who I am and I want to be a part of this organization. So I don't spend too much time thinking about that. I can now. I guess we're done. But before, I just wanted to go out with my guys on the weekend and win races and have fun. And that's what I strived on. So now we'll, like I said earlier, we'll continue to chip away at future plans. But right now we'll just enjoy this.
Let's go over here to the left to Jared.
Yeah, Jared Turner, FoxSports.com. For Bubba, just talk a little bit, if you don't mind, about what it's been like working with Kyle Busch, driving for Kyle Busch, and what has he done over the course of the last couple of years to make this company so strong?
He's beat me a lot. He was getting old. We wanted to beat him bad. I think that was probably our number 1 goal this year. We had plenty of times last year, plenty of times this year, and it just never came about. Bad luck struck at Texas and Michigan, but we never gave up. And to be a part of an organization with Kyle Busch, the top of it, you know your stuff's going to be right. It's going to be fast. It's going to be ready to win. And I don't think there was any race where we weren't talking about a KBM dominant performance. We had so many races this year where we were out front leading laps. Without the help of Toyota, that wouldn't have happened either. So it's been a fun 2 years at KBM. Definitely was a rookie. Earned my rookie stripes last year. Had to learn a lot and take in a lot of lessons from Jerry and Kyle. And they never said, we're not here to harp on you. We're not here to lash on you. We're here to help you. And at first, I took it to heart, but then I'm like, no, they're right. And we've come away with 4 victories this year.
Other questions? Bob Pockris?
Bob Parker, Sporting News. Jerry, you've worked with a lot of young guys. I mean, what have you seen in Darrell, and maybe you kind of talk about the Darrell that you knew in February 2013 to the Darrell that you know and watch now?
He was humbled at the start. We didn't know each other that well. We ended up becoming pretty darn good friends. We trusted each other as time went on. That was really good, I believe. And we came into this year with just a whole new focus. We sat down, him and Kyle and myself. We sat down. We talked about what we were going to try and accomplish during the off season, and he was all in. And we could see it in his eyes that he was. So he knew it was a great opportunity for him. Our whole company kind of restructured our cars, how we build them, our trucks, excuse me, how we build them, and our whole approach to the thing. And Bubba was all in on it. So that's the main difference that I see.
Yes, ma'am, right here.
Hi, Vashti Hurt, Carolina Blitz and Black Sports Online. Darrell Wallace Jr., you are giving the race exposure. You're through your racing, you're giving NASCAR and racing exposure to a group or an audience that wouldn't necessarily have exposure to the sport. What do you say about that? Your thoughts on that, and what would you say about people who might call you possibly the Tiger Woods of NASCAR?
Yeah, it's been about for a while, It's for right now, it's a never-ending battle. You're right. No one really pays attention, and going out there and winning forces them to. You would think, and that's what I want to do to come out here and run the best that I can, and knowing that I can go to sleep, knowing that I didn't leave anything out on the table that race, and hopefully something will come out of that. No matter if it's sponsorship, a different demographic coming to the sport, just as a whole, it changed. And just go out there, didn't change anything up, had the mindset, go out and have fun, try to win a race. And we've been able to use that and come away, again, with 4 victories and more national exposure, and it's huge. So you never know what it's going to be like 2015. It could be, I don't know. It's just, I said, a never-ending battle, and I'll continue to carry this title and this race on until it's a huge change.
Yes, Jordan has a question.
Jordan Bianchi, SBNation.com. Kyle kind of insinuated that you're going to be running at least part-time in the Nationwide Series next year. If you are just running a part-time deal in the Nationwide Series, is that frustrating for you on some level, or you feel like maybe your growth is being stunted because you're going from a full-time ride to just running, a handful of races possibly?
This day and age, it's so hard to get the right sponsorship and to get full-time stuff. So racers, as a racer, we just want to race, no matter what it is, if it's box cars or in the Sprint Cup Series. We want to race, and I'll take what I can get. Can only go out there and continue to run up front, lead laps, and win races. And if something doesn't come out of that, then Dad's got a company I can go fill out an application for.
Well, Darrell Wallace Jr., Jerry Baxter, congratulations to the number 54 Toyota Tundra team. Darrell, you had one super season, and thanks for all the thrills that your team has provided us. Jerry, thanks for all the things that you have done for our sport, and continued best wishes, Darrell, and enjoy this victory.
Let me hear you say it.
Congratulations.
Go Balls.
Congratulations there, my man. Okay. Now for the main event, the 2014 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion is Matt Crafton. He's the driver of the number 88 Menards Toyota, and he's joined by...
I hit the button on the chair and just dropped myself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm trying to make
Okay.
myself taller.
He's joined by his crew chief, Carl Joyner Jr., and general manager over at Thor Sport Racing. And I must say, fellow Western Kentucky alum, David Pepper. So back-to-back championships in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series have never been accomplished. Matt, I know you didn't want to talk about it, but I'm sure you want to talk about it now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's definitely an awesome feeling to say that you're back-to-back champion. Like I said, I definitely didn't want to talk about it at all for the last few weeks, without a doubt. I just wanted to go out there and do my job and try to win more races and lead more laps, and that's what we did. And I'm not going to lie, tonight to race, for me, was not much fun having to sit there and ride around because I know the truck was a lot better, but I couldn't put myself in any bad position. I just have to wait for everything to file out and just sit there and ride because I couldn't take any chances of getting tore up. I know that there was a lot of good side-by-side racing by everybody else, but it was tough not to get right in the middle of it. And I said last year we lost the owner's title because I was trying to drive from the back to the front after a bad pit stop and got wrecked. So I learned something last year. Use your head a little bit more sometimes. So it was an awesome feeling to say you're a two-time champion, especially back-to-back.
And Carl Jr., congratulations on this championship. What does it mean to you being the crew chief for the championship team?
It means everything. That's what I wake up every day and go to work. And gosh, I can't say enough about our guys up there in Sandusky. I'm so proud of them, man. We work so hard every day and just blood, sweat, and tears. And for Matt, his family, my family, everything. I couldn't be happier for Duke and Rhonda Thorson and everybody in the whole state of Ohio. I bet they're probably partying right now, everybody.
And David, congratulations. Back-to-back championships for Thor Sport Racing. What does this mean for that organization?
It's everything. We've been building toward this for 18 years, and to get this back-to-back, it's just a culmination of a great season, and we're going to party, as Junior said, for the next few days, and then we're going to go back and go to work and see if we can't do 3.
Questions now for our championship team. We'll start here with Lee, and then we'll go to Chris.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Did they tell you on the radio, Matt, that Blaney was having issues with his car, with the shifter?
No, they didn't say anything until he had gotten in front of me on a restart, and at that point they told me that he had a broken shifter. So just watch yourself, just going through the gears, make sure he didn't miss a shift or anything like that. Besides that, they didn't say anything. I said Blaney did an unbelievable job going through the gears with a pair of vice grips on his shifter, without a doubt. So that, hands down to him. I mean, that was pretty awesome.
Let's go over here to Chris.
Chris Green, South Dade News Leader. Matt, you said this was a very frustrating race for you because you felt like the truck had more in it. Do you think you could have contended for the win if you had to go up there and had that luxury?
I definitely think we could have ran with the top 3. I mean, like I said, you put us out in clean air. I mean, it's amazing what these things will do in clean air, and restarts for everything. And I had to play defense the whole time. I couldn't play any kind of offense, and that's usually what you have to do on restarts. You have to play offense and go. And I had to play defense and just wait for everything to file out, and then kind of sit there and ride. It was definitely a tough night, and didn't like to do it the way we did, and wanted to race a lot harder. I said we were, but at the same time, I sit there and thought about it a lot today. It's like, if I can keep the 29 close to me and the 51, at the end of the day, we were looking to see if we could beat him, owner's title, and if he had problems, then we were going to try to race for the win at that point and take all the gloves off.
Let's go over here to Jared, and then to Seth, and then Dustin. Jared, Seth, and then Dustin.
Yeah, Jared Turner, FoxSports.com. Congratulations, Matt. Just a couple things. Number one, what does it mean to be the first back-to-back champion of the series? And secondly, I mean, you pretty much eclipsed your marks from last year in about every category this year. So what does that say or suggest about the future and a potential third championship next year?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, feel very good about going into 2015 and maybe making it 3 in a row. There's no doubt that we can. Like I said, it's all about these guys that build these trucks up in Sandusky, Ohio. And I said, having the owners that give us all the tools, Duke and Rhonda Thorson. I can remember the very first time I sat down with Duke Thorson at the end of 2000. He told me, we're going to run this like a business. We're going to make it better and better each year, but I'm not going to outspend myself, and I'm not going to go away in 2-3 years. I'm going to be one of these owners that's going to be around for the long haul. And if you want to stick it out with me, we'll win races, we'll win championships. And that's what makes it so much sweeter to be where we are today, because, like I said, we didn't have all the resources. We didn't have all the tools that we have today. And like I said, he's been a man of his word, and Rhonda as well. I mean, giving us everything throughout the years to become a 2-time champion. It's an awesome feeling.
Let's go to Seth, and then Dustin.
Seth Livingstone, NASCAR News Service on the other side. Just following up a little bit on what you just said, loyalty is tough to come by these days, and obviously it's been a two-way street. Can you talk about what it was like 6, 7, 8 years ago when it looked like tonight or the last 2 years might never come about?
Very, very frustrating at times, without a doubt. I mean, there's been spots and points of brilliance, and we're gonna get the top of this hill, and I knew we would eventually, but there's definitely a lot of times there was a lot of aggravation and stuff that we had to go through to get here, to get the perseverance to get here that makes it that much sweeter. Man of his word. Like I said, he's since the day I've met him, he's always told me something, and he's always been a man of his word, and there's not too many people out there that you can say that about.
Dustin?
Dustin Long, MRN.com. You know, you talked about not wanting to talk about back-to-back before tonight. How extreme was it in not talking about it? Did your wife ever mention it? Did you tell her not to talk about it? Did you think about it and try to get it? I mean, and why not let it be a part of the conversation?
It was just honestly, I mean, the only time I ever thought about it is when the media talked to me about it. Nobody else talked to me about it. Nobody in the crew. Nobody. I mean, crew chief. Nobody did besides the media. And all we did was I said I made a promise to Junior that this last winter that we were going to go out and lead more laps and win more races. And like I said, we led a ton more laps and we won, like I said, 2 races and definitely had the capability of winning more if we didn't have the bad luck that we had there in the middle part of the season. I mean, it's a damn shame because I feel we should have at least won 5 races without a doubt. But now I can say I'm a 2-time champion. Great feeling.
I mean, a lot of people don't get to do things, you know, create history. I mean, maybe it's too early, but what does that mean?
It means he's a historian.
I guess I'm getting pretty damn old or something if I'm making history. I hadn't really thought about it. I hadn't thought about it. Like I said, even when the media people talked to me about it, I would just honestly try to block it out and just go do my job. And if I go do my job and have all the right luck on my side, I could become a 2-time champion. But I said I didn't worry about it. I didn't think about it. I said there has not been one sleepless night. I woke up at 4:05 this morning, and that was the only time I think I've woke up in the last 7-8 months and worried about points or worried about anything. And like I said, I went back to sleep within the next 15-20 minutes.
Let's go right here to Kyle.
We've seen people like Jack Ingram. I'm Kyle McCurry with My Fox Carolinas in Charlotte. We've seen people like Jack Ingram who've made a career for themselves in a series like the Nationwide Series. I wonder for you, if that's your legacy, being the man in the Truck Series, would that be satisfactory to you, and what would you look back on a career like that?
Oh, it would be very satisfactory to me I'd be ecstatic about it. Like I said, I'm getting paid to drive a race car. I mean, I think I'm the luckiest man on earth, without a doubt. I get paid to do what I love to do. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people that can say that. I mean, every day I wake up, I feel very blessed.
Any other questions? Over here to Chris.
ChrisMackInsurance.com. This is for David Pepper and for Matt Crafton. I know you guys are racers at the heart. So how focused are you guys already on 2015? I mean, even Carl can join in here too with no testing and what you guys are set out to accomplish to become a 3-peat champion.
Take the week off.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
We're not taking any time off. We're already putting a rear clip on our Daytona truck, and we got a 7-post day in 2 weeks and a wind tunnel date in a month. So
it's all about the manufacturers.
Yes, sir. It's the manufacturers. I mean, those guys. Like today was the last day, or this weekend's the last weekend of testing, and TRD's straight line testing. 200 miles from here. So that's what we do. We eat, sleep, and breathe it, and we wake up every morning and we try to get better. So we'll go back to Sandusky. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna be on the beach, but I'll be thinking about what we could have done better today.
We'll talk about it for about 2 days and put on tuxedos, and Tuesday we'll go home and we'll go back racing.
No.
I wasn't even nervous tonight. I don't know what the deal was. He asked me if I was nervous, and I was kind of worried about myself. So we're just confident, and we do what we do, and I got all the faith in the world in him. I knew what he was doing all night, and the spotter's great. So we'll just try to do more next year, lead more laps, win more races.
Jerry?
Jerry Jordan, Kicking the Tires. David, we talked about ThorSport Racing, and you guys could do anything y'all wanted to as far as any of the series. What is it about the Camping World Truck Series that you guys love and do so well at?
Well, it fits our business model. We've got great partners in Menards and Toyota and Nextant and Smoky Mountain and Estes. They're all great partners of ours. And it's a nice niche for us right now. It's not to say we wouldn't do anything else. We had a couple great years in the ARCA Series. Won a championship last year in that. We're always looking for the next challenge. We'll always say that. But it has to make sense. We're not going to be a team that, to Matt's point, it's not Duke and Rhonda's philosophy to go out and do more than what we can do in a single season. It's about growing slowly, building the quality team, getting great people together like these two gentlemen up here, and winning races, winning championships. So whether it be in the ARCA Series, Truck Series, Nationwide Cup, we're going to be here for a long, long time. There's no telling what we can accomplish.
go back over to the left side. Jared?
Just to follow up, Matt, you're one of 4 drivers now to have won multiple truck championships, joining Ron Hornaday, Jack Sprague, and Todd Rodine. What does it mean to be on the list with those guys and to be in such an exclusive club?
I mean, it's awesome, without a doubt, to say that. Joiner, unbelievable. To be on the list with those guys is unreal. I mean, I've watched Ron Hornaday race with my dad in the 80s, and I mean, he was an unreal race car driver, and said to see Jack Sprague and all those guys win the championships, like I said, damn good race car drivers, and to say I'm on the list with them, it's pretty cool.
Congratulations to the number 88 Menards Toyota for their second straight NASCAR Camping World Truck Series championship. Driver Matt Crafton, crew chief Carl Joyner Jr., general manager over at Thor Sport Racing David Pepper. Enjoy this championship and continued best wishes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.